ये लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग शुरू। Oh, I'm caught whistling. लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग शुरू। Okay, so here we are. Yeah, so carry on, Rakshanda.
Yeah, so what were we talking about exactly? You were saying something regarding how to be supreme.
Just a second. Okay, is it okay?
Yep.
Okay, fine, great. So, supreme in the sense you will get to understand, yes, this is what I have to do. And once you are not conscious of what you're doing, yesterday I was going through Dhoni's interview, and the host was asking to him, how can you remain so cool? He said that a person loses cool only if you are actually worrying about the result of what you're doing. If the result gets into your head before the work done, then the work gets affected. So he was talking about do whatever you can. The results will take care of themselves. You're not doing that work for results. That will make you conscious. That will bring you under pressure. So Dhoni said that you have to eliminate that pressure. And that is something which is not required. So once you're doing it, understand if it is going wrong, improvise it rather than just getting affected by it, that I did it in a wrong way. So if it turns out good, better. If it is not turning out good, understand what could be done better. Sure. And just enjoy the process. Basically, everything is all about enjoying. If you can enjoy it, you can explore it. If you're always having that thing in mind that I need that result, you'll forget about the basic play of the game.
Exactly. Your actions will be compromised.
Yes. So if you can, today in my society, there is a tournament going on, and a guy was like asking the other player, Bhau, main ek run pe nahi bana pa raha. I'm struggling to score a single run also. So is that he's forgotten how to play? Yes, he has forgotten how to play, because majority of the portion of the mind is taken by
the results. He is result driven.
The pressure of result. What will I do? What will I do? What will I do? He forgets that the ball is coming out to hit the ball. It's as simple as that. What will happen? What will happen? If I'll get an edge, I'll get caught. So while playing the ball, if you're thinking about all possibility that, you will get out. So will you be able to play nicely? Because you are trying to
score, actually.
You're actually trying to escape. You're actually trying to survive. And when you're in a survival mode, you cannot play attacking. It applies to life as well. So if you're just trying to feel, I should escape this situation. I
play
should
safe. If you have to, you will be in a defensive mode. Yeah,
very much defensive. Then you will not be able to capitalize on the opportunities and the things that are coming your way. So this is how, and it is very well said, attack is the best form of defense. If you're feeling nervous, go for a few hits rather than just trying and defending. Today, one batsman scored 5 runs of 20 balls. And I think because of that batsman, the team lost. 15 balls he wasted unnecessarily, 20 balls and 5 runs. And in a 20-over match in which only 120 balls are there, and you're using 20 balls for 5 runs, and that too, batsman of a good caliber. He was a batsman with, cricketing flair. He could not play. and I was defending death touches, not even attempting. There has to be an intent of doing something. Even if you're nervous, at
At max,
least
what's gonna happen? You're just gonna be catch out.
if you're
That's it.
nervous, if
But
you're
at least you will,
nervous,
yeah,
yeah,
you can also score a 6 or a 4
yes. If you're
in the
nervous, go
attack
for a hit, go
situation.
for a hit.
Yes.
Nervousness could be subsided by the score. So
Yeah.
similarly in life, nervousness could be subsided by or taken care of by your actions. If you keep thinking, if you keep analyzing what will happen, what will happen, I'm not capable of this and that, you're paralyzing your actions.
Yeah.
And once you're fidgety in your actions, then you have all possible things that, putting question marks before even starting. And that is where we lose the momentum even before starting it. So the
Yeah.
inertia of stagnancy, the inertia of not moving carries on. We don't move at all.
That's true.
So initial step, everybody is nervous, and nervousness is a very good sign, not depression. Depression could never be a good sign, but yes, nervousness is a positive sign. People have a wrong conception that nervousness is depression. No, everybody is nervous.
No.
Even the biggest of the players, biggest of the people, when they do their job, the next day they feel nervous because they're serious about it. They're
Yeah.
sincere about it. That's why they're nervous, because they
They
care
don't,
about it.
they basically don't want to, what do you say?
They don't take it for
They're
granted.
not overconfident. Yeah. They're not overconfident. Because sometimes
Yeah.
if you're not nervous, you tend to become overconfident, and that
Yes.
takes over the entire, flow of actions that
Yes.
is
Yes.
actually going to help you achieve something.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So nervousness is good, and you can get rid of initial nervousness in anything in some time.
Yes.
Just be on that place. Just be in that action area. If this is a boxing ring, be in that action area. If you give up before even starting, that oh my God, what will happen?
You get conditioned when you
The the
keep staying on
person
that
the
particular
person
place.
in your
Yes.
opposition is also feeling the same. That this is a big match, what will I do? The bowler is also thinking the same. The batsman is thinking that I am under pressure. The bowler is thinking that I am under pressure. But if by actions the batsman shows that he is nervous, so the nervousness of one person becomes the confidence of the opposition,
Other person. Yes. The opposition.
right?
True.
On the first ball, before the ball has been delivered, both are nervous, equally nervous. What will happen?
Yes.
What will happen? But one person's, succumbing to the nervousness, and if nervousness persists, it comes into early form of depression, and then the depression solidifies,
Yeah.
and then the other party takes over, and where you are toppled over. So this is how things are. You have to be nervous. That's good about it. Every single action, every single step, reduce your nervousness, come to a neutral point, and then once you're at a neutral point, then capitalize and
True.
take bigger steps. Then nobody is stopping you. So it is not about, people start action in their nervous energy mode. Once you're nervous, it's like cat on the roof.
Yeah.
It will jump on the roof, right? Just stabilize yourself. Even if you're catching, you don't have to run while catching. You have to stabilize so that the ball can be grabbed by you.
Yeah.
So everything is stability. Before the action, in the first step, you might feel you're unstable. But one positive step towards that action will make you feel confident for the next step. That success of that very first step will bring in confidence toward the second step. And if you do two steps in tandem, confidently, without giving up, with that intent, the third step becomes more easy. And when you come to the fifth or the sixth step, you give the punching blows back.
Yes.
That's the magic. That's the magic.
Actually, everything in life that we do, it all follows a similar cycle.
No, but somebody who doesn't know about this, that it's okay to be nervous to start with anything.
Yes.
Even if I'm
Yes.
doing my duty for the last 10
They are
years or a
basically
decade.
living in a denial,
Yeah.
that it's human to feel nervous before taking any action.
They
It's
don't know it
human.
now. If somebody
Yes.
knows that, that every day is a new day, fresh day, and I'm going to my work. For the initial few moments, I'll feel nervous, and that's quite okay.
Yes. That's true.
If you feel that initial few steps, I will be unstable. And if you're in awareness of that, that I will be unstable for the initial few steps, that means you accept that it is okay to be unstable to start every day, even if the same work is there.
Yeah. Because every day
Then,
brings a new challenge on
yeah,
the table.
because you
Every
cannot
day.
judge yourself in the very first step. You cannot
Yes.
judge yourself. I have seen slow starters, but they don't give up and they make it big
Yes.
and they make it big. Those who are nervous, they try all sort of things in their initial steps only. They end up losing. They don't even go the distance. They don't go the distance. And if they don't go the distance, they will not be able to get the things. They'll not be able to get the view.
Yeah.
So it's all about in the mind that I'm ready and I have to face it. Everything will not be cakewalk.
Yes.
Sometimes the other party will be, or the situations will be challenging. So you feel that, oh, is it challenging? Ultimately, if you feel lost in your mind, any which ways you are losing. But if you give yourself a chance that, yes, I'll withstand the storm. I'll withstand the storm. I'll see the initial things. It gives you an opportunity to foster in the coming few moments to take better steps.
True.
Except that
True.
I am also vulnerable. It could not happen that even if I've performed in the past in a given situation, I'll be able to replicate that on the next day itself. It might not happen.
It's not possible.
A
Yeah.
day before, I might have scored good runs, but in the next match, it's a fresh match altogether.
Yes. A
I
fresh
might,
pitch,
I
a
might
fresh
feel,
ball. Yes.
I might feel excited about it and go gaga about it, gongo about it from ball one, but it could go other way around also. I might feel nervous because of my past performance, because I'll get conscious because I've performed well. It is not always that you have performed.
And I'll be expecting to keep up the same
Yes.
image in the match
Yes.
day.
So you have to
Yes.
become a baby again the next day.
Yes.
That you don't know anything. You just see the ball and hit. Simple.
Yes.
Let few balls hit your bat in the middle. You get the confidence. It is not about scoring good runs from ball one, hitting the ball one. But if you feel confident, and you need to understand what are my confidence builders. The moment you understand what are my confidence builders, you get into the step thing called what are my conviction builders. Conviction is notches ahead of confidence. When you have confidence, you feel conviction about that thing.
True.
So for confidence to grow into conviction, go.
You have to keep playing. Keep playing.
Keep playing. So be vulnerable in any given situation. It will automatically come to a fortification. A project that gets started, you see the land first. And what happens afterwards? What happens afterwards?
I didn't get your question. I see the land first of what?
Land first. You build a project, a realistic.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
See the land first, and
yes.
Those who are passionate about building and seeing that visual, this will be built in 3 years time, 2.5 years time, whatever. They could see the building every single day.
Every single day, yes. They visualize it.
Yes.
That is what you call it as vision.
Vision. They see the building every day. They don't see the land. The person who doesn't have the vision will see, oh, it will take so much of time. I cannot have
it's
the
a barren
patience.
land. I don't have the patience. I don't have the finances or whatever.
One day, every day,
are there.
3 years, so many days. And I have to wait for this building to happen, and then I'll get the possession and then I can buy the flat. Then I can start living in this. And when will people come and the society is created? Else I would be alone in the building, 500 flats, and I'll be the alone person. So I want people around my flats also to come and stay there. So that society to roll gradually, it might take 5 to 7 years for it to be a developed society. All the facilities.
So in order to have a developed society, first there needs to be an infrastructure where people can come and live.
Yes,
that's right.
And for infrastructure to develop, they have to have people for the economy reasons. You cannot
Yes.
be economical. You cannot have a business for 5 families. The other day, I was talking to a person. He has a milk outlet.
Mm-hmm.
And in southern India, they have a brand called Nandini. So he told that people came and went off. There were 3 people in 1
Mm-hmm.
month. They came, stayed there for 8-10 days, and moved away. But the guy here now is there for 2.5 years now.
Okay.
So that means he was
Had
accepting the initial
it's a,
vulnerability.
yes.
Now he is
Yes.
into profits. I asked him, why don't you put up a stall when the match is going? He says that I have enough sales. I don't have to go there.
Hmm.
If they have some order, they can place, I can deliver it. But I'll not put my stall for the match there. What confidence?
Yes.
Means a person running a store, a milk store, having limited products, but huge turnover every day. He sells 500 liters of milk. That means at least 500 families he's catering to. If you take an
Yeah.
average of 1 liter per family every day, so he's catering to 500, around 450 to 500, at least 400 to 500 families every day.
Yeah.
And they just don't buy milk. They buy
The
other
other
things
dairy
also.
products
So
like
you can imagine
curd
the
and all these
turnover.
things.
You can imagine the
Yes.
turnover of that person.
It's not
And he's
just confidence,
sitting
it's also the
pretty.
trust
He
that he
just,
has in
yes.
himself. Yes.
He's just sitting pretty in a 10 by 10 shop. Every day, the turnover is very high. You cannot see the same product the next day. After 5 years, the product will not be on the shelf.
Yes. That's true.
Huge turnover. Every day, the stock is replenished.
And maybe before even the day ends, the stock needs to be
Yes.
refilled, because
Yes.
if the turnover is so huge, I mean, the sales are at their peak.
So, when could you be on your driving seat? Once you are knowing what you're doing, you have faced all possible conditions, challenges, and you know where the situations could arise for me, where I need to be cautious and where I can attack.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes you know that, yes, I can capitalize onto it. So once you can stay, you can capitalize. You cannot
Yes.
capitalize sitting in the pavilion. If you're on the ground, you can make a difference. In the pavilion, you cannot shout. By shouting, you cannot make a difference in the match. So in the live game also, you can capitalize only if you are in the action zone.
Action zone, right.
And for keeping yourself in the action zone, you have to keep calm to stay capable of thinking in those action areas. Simple.
Right. Yeah, it's very simple. Only if everyone understands this funda of life, then life becomes so easier.
So
Not many people will be
we are not the
undergoing the
performers. We
stress.
are not the
Yes.
performers. People say that we are explorers. So abide by that. Be an explorer. Be an explorer.
Yes.
Why
Yes.
to be having that mindset of achievement and then misguiding yourself by saying that I'm an explorer?
I feel this is much more driven by the societal thought process that, by the end of so and so age, or by the time I reach so and so age, I need to get married or have kids, or be retired at the age of 60. I mean, from the very childhood, we have given ourselves a deadline that by this age or by this year, we have to achieve something, because otherwise we are considered as useless, or, as a society terms as nikamma hai yaar.
Okay.
Like that.
If I set a benchmark,
Hmm.
then people will follow my benchmark, right? Sachin
Yeah,
Tendulkar has scored 100 hundreds in international cricket.
correct.
100 hundreds across the formats in international cricket.
Correct.
Before Sachin Tendulkar, nobody has scored 100 hundreds in international cricket.
Correct.
His record, as of now, is intact. Okay.
Hmm.
So once you're playing, once you're actually into action, you become the benchmark. And you don't
Yes,
have to
that's
actually
for
become the
ourselves.
benchmark. You don't
Yes.
have to actually become a benchmark. It becomes a benchmark for the people who consider that there is a benchmark in the society or the people around us. The
Yeah.
person who is in his zone or her zone is never ever bothered with the benchmarks, because I have done
Yes.
this and he is busy exploring the next work, not worried about, am I creating benchmarks? Am I creating records?
Yeah.
So the person, if you're even half occupied in thinking that what I'm creating, what I'm achieving, then your action stuff becomes 50%. You are actually, if you want to be 100% in whatever you're doing, you have to just be 100% in what you're doing.
Exactly.
Once you're done, you can think of anything else. But
Yes.
when you are in your action arena, at least do not think. People say that कर्म करते जा फल की चिंता मत कर. हाँ, बिल्कुल सही
Exactly.
बात है. फल की चिंता करना जरूरी है, लेकिन कर्म करने के बाद जितनी देर कर्म चल रहा है उसमें नर्म मत पड़ो.
Exactly.
Do not soften your stance or soften yourself while you're putting your best foot forward, right?
Or at least unless you are not satisfied that yes, I have given my everything to it.
Yeah.
Like, as like people ask, like, have you given your 100%? Like, that's what I feel. If yes, you have given your 100%, then there's nothing to fear about, because
And it is your 100%, right? Your
yes,
100% cannot be
cannot
compared to
be
some.
defined by others.
Yes, yes.
Yes, it's your own definition of 100%. Like,
Your
how much
100%,
do I want to give in?
your 100% could be 2% of someone, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
your 100% could be 500% of someone. So
Yes.
there is no way I can compare things.
Yes.
Even if you want to compare 2 by 3 and 3 by 5, you need to, make the denominator same.
Exactly.
Then only you can compare.
Exactly. Exactly. And every individual has a different threshold. It's
Yes.
you. I don't know why, but society does compare, and they say like, okay, let's look at this. Look at Sharma ji ka daughter or Sharma ji ki beti, Sharma ji ka beta कि तूने इतना achieve किया है.
शर्मा जी बहुत बदनाम है.
बहुत बदनाम है. So it's like you have to be कि ठीक है, उन्होंने जो अचीव किए हमने भी तो कुछ कम अचीव नहीं किया. Like, we have to stand our grounds whenever the society tries to pull us down. We have to stand out like, this is your definition of success, this is my definition of success. I respect yours, you better respect mine. Otherwise, there's no point of discussion here.
Yes.
We all need to, like, in order to keep the human race sustainable with humanity, we have to keep our stand. We need to really be strong in our conviction. We have to trust ourselves more than we trust others.
Yes, yes. Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So any other thing that we can talk about?
Not exactly that. It's not going to come into my head. Like, while we keep conversing, maybe something will pop out. So how's
Okay.
Bangalore? How is Bangalore going? How is the Bangalore weather?
Everything is super fine.
Amazing. Just give me a moment. Yeah. Sorry, my. Yep.
Okay. So I've renamed ourselves
Bangalore and Kuwait.
so that people can understand that it's not a
We are in
barrier.
different time zones. Time
Yeah,
zone is not a barrier. There's no geographical barrier when people
no
want to
barrier at
connect.
all. Once you conquer,
Yes.
once you connect to the energies, that's amazing.
Yes. The vibes that we call it.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yep.
What else?
Nothing much. Over here, we are having a different environment, atmosphere right now because of Ramadan.
Okay.
Different working hours, which is nice. Yeah. So,
Okay, great. So what next?
Next, nothing much. Just going on, exploring new things about myself, tapping into different areas. Like,
Okay.
honestly, there was a time I used to define myself as someone as a marketing executive, but right now I don't have a definition of what is my profession as such. I'm a
That's
photographer.
wonderful.
I'm a photographer, graphic designer, marketeer. So I really don't know under one, even though I'm doing a job right now, but there is no name as to what is my job profile, what is my job name. There's no
Okay.
name.
Great,
So if
great.
someone asks like, how can I be three things together? I was like, I can be anything I want. It's just like what you really want to be. So yeah.
It feels good, right? When people
Yes.
feel that someone, and we become the someone for them, right?
Yes.
And we
Yes.
become the point, to ponder for them that
Yeah.
ये है कौन, ये करता क्या है, ये करती क्या है. And our
Yeah.
life become the point of exploration for them. When we become an exploration for someone, that means we are chilling out with life. That's the best part, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All of a
I
sudden people feel that uh, I wanted to connect to you. And what's the reason? And when most of the people feel, I want to connect to you, that means you are vibing high, you're vibing in
yes.
different dimensions. And
Yes.
that dimension of your vibe might be connecting or relating to the person's vibe, or that the person is wanting to, because a person vibes with a person with what or with whom, or like they want to become.
Yes. They
I
feel
want to
connected,
I want to
related.
have I want to have a life like him or her. So automatically they start, contacting you all of a sudden,
Yes.
out of the
They
blue, out
start
of the blue.
feeling, as the trending word goes, they feel FOMO, feeling of missing out.
Yes. What the
Yes.
hell is going there? ये करते क्या
Yes.
है, ये करते क्या है, मतलब कभी आगे की ये तो पूछते नहीं ये लोग करते क्या है, और इन्हें फर्क भी नहीं पड़ता है. तो पता लगाने की कोशिश करते हैं डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली, क्या करते हो, व्हाट इज द
Like, are they
प्रोफेशन.
really humans or they are aliens
या
residing in human land, in human
जब
form?
जब लोग बात करते हैं रक्षंदा, तो
Mm-hmm.
ये नहीं पूछते कि हाउ आर यू, पता है व्हाट डू यू डू ही पूछते हैं. पहला लाइन ही यही हो गया
हाँ,
आजकल.
करते क्या हो आजकल, क्या चल रहा है?
मतलब if your presence is causing insecurity, that means you are actually exploring life very nicely, because you're not actually in that nervous zone where you're getting offended or getting bogged down by the situation or the people or the surroundings around you.
Yeah,
So you tend to perform at ease.
at ease. Yes,
you know
yes,
if you can perform things when you're alone, and you can replicate that when you're in public, that's the best mindset and the best zone that you can possess
that's the
and have.
next level of freedom that you have. You
Yes.
possess the next
If you
level of
do
freedom.
not get ruffled by the presence of anyone around you, the moment you get up singing a song in your bathroom, you can do the same on a stage, the same thing on a stage where thousands of people are packed. You've done it.
Yes, yes,
The consciousness is here, and we get conscious because we think it is not about. Sometimes we feel that because of people. No, because we feel that we have set a standard and we should live up to it. And
yeah,
ambitious people do not get nervous because of people around. They get nervous because of their past performances that might be good or above average, nice performances. Because of that, they want to live up to their expectations. So
yes. They don't
sometimes I
want to let
feel
down
that, yes,
themselves.
themselves, because the new people don't know what you are and what you were,
Yes,
but you
yes,
know what you were in the yesteryears. So because of that, also a person becomes conscious.
yes,
So that we discussed in the previous part of our discussion, that every day or every situation or every hour is a new hour, day, or a
it's a
time.
fresh start. Actually, I would say every minute. Like
Yes,
in this moment, if you're feeling negative about something, the next moment you can channelize your energies and feel at least optimistic about it, if not positive.
yes,
So it's like you can change if you have that kind of awareness within yourself, you can control your mind, because not always you can control your environment, but the point that you can decide whether I'm going to let the environment affect me or I'm going to stop the environment from affecting me.
yes.
It's that moment where you are ready to attack again.
And the best form of attack is when you're not putting any effort to attack.
Ignorance is
When you're
bliss.
when you're
Like
not, no,
certain
no,
type of
you're
ignorance.
not ignoring, you're not
Mhm.
being ignorant. It is like being aware taking stock of the situation, but not putting additional efforts. Do
Yeah.
it as if you do it in your bedroom.
Like
Do
you
it.
know that it exists, but not ignoring in the sense like
Yes.
you're ignoring to give it that energy of yours. It does not deserve that energy
Yeah.
that you had been giving to it.
Yes. And don't
Yeah.
try too hard. Don't seem too excited about it, or don't seem to go doing. People say that, he is so hardworking, and if the hard work is visible, that means there is no refinement. If
Hmm.
a car engine makes noise while giving revs, that means the engine is not refined. That
Yes.
refinement has to be there. Once you're working,
Yes.
काम चलते रहना चाहिए, एफर्ट ज्यादा नहीं दिखना चाहिए. एफर्ट दिख रहा है इसका मतलब वो काम करने के लिए आपको हर एंगल एड़ी चोटी का जोर लगाना पड़ रहा है. और इफ इट इज योर मसल मेमोरी, इफ इट इज योर स्किल,
Yes.
देन उस काम में आपको हार्डवर्क होगा लेकिन दिखेगा नहीं.
Dikhega nahi. It comes natural. It's easy flowing.
Yes.
Because like the hard work is more visible when you're not enjoying the hard work. You keep complaining or ranting about it, like, oh, I had to get up early in the morning. Oh, I had to do this.
Yes.
I
Yes.
had to stay awake for so long. So that is how the hard work is visible. But when you're
Yes.
doing something else, like, oh, I have done this. I don't know. I just did it. So when the moment you say I just did it, it's so easy flowing. It
And
just
by the time
flows
you
through your
understand
system.
that, by the time you
Yeah.
understand that I have done that, you're already into the second thing and you're done half with that also.
Yes. Exactly.
So you don't wait for the result or for the declaration of anything, because once you're excited about doing anything, you get into your next work or the next zone. Simple.
Yes. That's correct.
Because a person who is sure of getting results will never wait for the results. Like I would like to cite an example. Like
Mm-hmm.
uh, when I was, waiting for my board results after my class 12th, I was sure of the results that at least I'll get pass, and I was doing and preparing for the exams after that. But few of my friends, they were waiting for the result before taking another action after that. And what was the
Mm-hmm.
reason for that? That you were
Because
not having the desired conviction in your previous action. Because of that, your next step or the action also gets affected,
yeah.
because it gives a ripple effect. It gives a ripple effect.
Yeah. That's right.
Because you know what? People say that, and it is said that good start is half done. So whenever your exams were there, the first examination, if it was good, you feel excited about the remaining examinations.
Yes,
But
that's
if
right.
the first paper, if the first subject you could not perform up to the mark as you thought of, then the ripple effect goes to the next paper. By the time you
Been
are,
there, done that. Been
yes,
there, done that. It's like I've experienced in class 12, the same thing.
continuously you'll keep figuring out. Okay, you become the examiner, invigilate examiner, and you keep thinking in getting into the examiner shoes and thinking, for this will give this much mark, this one marks, that one marks. At least I'll get pass marks. You try to assure yourself, oh, I'm getting pass, and then all of a sudden, when you're not in a good mind state, then you feel,
You don't know the answers.
oh,
Suddenly you run
oh,
blank.
you might not get pass. If the examiner is checking it strictly, you not might get pass. Again,
Yeah.
you are wasting time for your next examination,
Yes. Definitely.
despite knowing that nothing could be done for the first examination. So this
Yes.
is how mindset comes into picture. Okay, even if you have to want to, if you have to fail in the first examination, you can score nicely and heavily in the remaining 4 or 5.
Yes.
Simple. So this is how things can gather momentum. One wrong step, one false step doesn't necessarily mean that everything will fall off.
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
2 or 3 wickets down in early overs doesn't mean that you will surely
Lose
lose
the
the
match.
match. No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Every batsman is there to play. If I'm playing at 4, does that mean the top 3 batsmen have gone, that means my team has lost? I have a role to play
No.
in the team.
Yes.
That means now I have the opportunity to play a longer inning. Otherwise, I couldn't have got it. If those 3 players have played a longer inning, I could have got few overs or few balls to play.
Yes.
So take it as an opportunity rather than thinking that
Yeah, to make a difference to the
yes,
not company,
to the team,
Yes.
company, work, yourself, surrounding,
everything.
people, family.
Yes.
You can create a difference. If I'm getting a chance, feel that yes, you deserve it, rather than feeling
Yeah,
oh, 3
it's
wickets
like
down.
the moment you just know that you belong here, it simply means that you have a purpose there. So the
Yes,
moment you have the opportunity to seize it and just do
yes.
something, whatever you feel like doing with it.
Don't feel that you're batting at 4 or 5. Feel that you're an opening
Yeah.
batsman who has
Yes.
on papers you are 4, 3 wickets down. Feel that you are into a net practice. Why are you feeling that it is a match going on?
Exactly.
Just figure out those things in your mind, that the mind remains functional. Tell those things to your mind in which your mind is calm and is functional. Simple. There might be a fire in your house, but if your mind is not functional, you would mess up more. You will, rather than securing certain things, you will end up destroying the entire house.
Yes. Yes.
So the mind is required most when it is not functioning the best.
Yes.
Are you getting that? The requirement of the
Yes.
mind is most when it is not functioning the best.
That's right.
Right? So these are the
Right.
things. So we can understand that. So we can catch up in the next session, and we can empower ourselves by talking to each other. I always get empowered talking to you. I get excited.
Same. The feelings are mutual.
And
the energy is also.
and the viewers who will be getting attached, this is our first live after so long. So next time onwards, we'll put this in advance, that this time we are going live, and they can always have certain queries before the session, so that we can bring on those points in the session, so that their things could be resolved, answered, resolved, and they can get the answers sitting at home, just watching us live on YouTube, isn't it?
Definitely.
Sometimes we can do that on Facebook as well. We can deliver things on various platforms, so that we can empower people, so that they can get into the best of their mind states. And this is what our approach going forward will be as a team, that we can make a difference.
Definitely. That's what we pledge to do, actually, making difference in everyone's life.
Yes.
And leave your essence wherever you go. Leave your essence
and
wherever
we'll make
you
sure
touch.
every week we'll do at least once.
Yes, definitely.
Right. And
we should.
You can always declare among your people that you can have your queries, and you can put it on messages. They can DM you, and we can exchange the queries they have. We can have a mild discussion before, and then once we could understand that what could be done with them, we can help. We can read out the questions, and we can come up with certain things.
Yes, definitely. That will be an amazing
thing.
We can also have people. We can also have an interactive session where they can ask questions live, and we answer them.
Yes, definitely. They can ask live. We have all possible possibilities of such kind. But let we have this curiosity among people that to be on our panel, they have to be consistent, persistent, and if those people who have made the difference, will welcome them to the call, rather than asking anyone to come to the call. Let they deserve being on the call. Definitely. Right. So that people, because by their presence also, our audience can gauge and understand better things and better perspectives. Right. So I have that vision that people, if somebody is there, the person would be or should be able to contribute to the entire discussion, not just become merely an audience. So if people have questions, we can have them on messages, and if they still feel, but they should have certain breakthroughs before they come. Yes, definitely. Yeah. So those even they should be able to contribute what they should be able to contribute. That if something was given to them, what advantage they could take out of that.
Yes,
So
what was their takeaway and
yeah,
everything? Yes, they
so
have
they
to.
can empower the people around, and they can add on to the audiences as well, isn't it?
Definitely, definitely.
So Rakshanda, so goodbye from my side, and see you soon when you're back in India. And
Definitely.
wonderful talking to you.
Same
And
here.
and I'll not delay it any further. It will
Mm-hmm.
be once every week, and we'll declare that to our audiences, to our viewers in advance. So thank
Yes.
you, viewers, for being with us. No
Thank you
matter
so much, guys.
today it might be 3 or 4 or 5 watching at a time, but yes, we'll have it hundreds of watching in one go. So we'll make it this productive for you, all of you. Cheers from my side and
Rachit and
Rakshanda.
Rakshanda.
Yes.
Yes.
So we both signing off. Thank you for being here. You can put any queries or thing that you want to have in the next session in the comment box. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.